So let's see, that is the demonstration of the femur. So here you can see that is the femur. This one, as it is the long bone, so it has upper end, that is the middle shaft, and this is the lower end. So let's see first the side determination of the femur. So the upper end, it consists of a spherical head which is directed upwards and the medially, and lower to it, that is, this is the greater trochanter, and posterior medial side there is that the lesser trochanter is present. The lower end, it is the expanded, and it consists of, that is the medial condyle, and this is the lateral condyle. And the shaft, it is cylindrical here, and anteriorly it is convex, and posteriorly it is concave. So here you can see that is the concave part of the shaft. So it denotes the side determination of the bone. Then let's see, that is the upper end of the femur. So the upper end of the femur, that consists of, that is the head, neck, the greater trochanter, and the lesser trochanter. So head, it is the spherical in shape, and it is directed upwards and medially, and centrally it shows, that is the depression, that is called the fovea. Then that is the neck. So the neck has the two borders and the two surfaces. So this is the upper border and this is the lower border, and two surface, that is the anterior surface and this is the posterior surface. Then that is the greater trochanter. So this one. So greater trochanter, it is the quadrangular shape which is present on the upward and the lateral side of the upper part of that the shaft. So this one. So it has, that is the apex and the three surface. That is, this is the anterior surface, this is the lateral surface, and this is the medial surface. This one. And this is the intertrochanteric fossa. This one, which is present on the medial side. Then that is the lesser trochanter. So the lesser trochanter, it is the conical projection which is present on the posterior medial side of that the femur. So this one. Then anteriorly, between that the greater trochanter and the lesser trochanter, this line is present. So it is called the intertrochanteric line. And posteriorly, between the greater trochanter and the lesser trochanter, that is the line is present, this is elevated line, it is called the intertrochanteric crest. And into that the upper part, there is present that the tubercle. So this is called the quadrate tubercle. Then let's see, that is the shaft of the femur. So this is the shaft of the femur, and the shaft of the femur, it should be divided into that the three part, that is the upper 1/3, the middle 1/3, and the lower 1/3. So in the middle 1/3, the shaft is totally cylindrical, and it has the three borders and the three surface. So this is the medial border, this is the lateral border, and that is the posterior border. The posterior border, it is also called the linea aspera, and that is the three surfaces are present between the medial and the lateral border, that is, this is the anterior surface. Then between that the posterior border and the medial border, so this surface, it is called the medial surface. And between that is the lateral border and the linea aspera, so this surface, it is called the lateral surface. Then the upper 1/3 of the shaft of the femur. So the upper 1/3 of the shaft of the femur, it is dilated and spread on the lateral side, both lateral side. So it has the four borders and the four surfaces. So this is the medial border, this is the lateral border, and posteriorly, that is this linea aspera, it should be diverted into that the two borders. So the border which is goes on the medial side, it is called the spiral line, and the border which goes on the lateral side, it is called the gluteal tuberosity. So because of this, it should be forming that the four surfaces. So between the medial and the lateral border, that is the anterior surface. Then between, that is the medial border and the spiral line, so this is called the medial surface. Then between, that is the lateral border and the gluteal tuberosity, so that is the lateral surface. And then between that the two border, that is the spiral line and the gluteal tuberosity, so this surface it is called the posterior surface. Then the lower one third of the shaft of the femur, so this is the lower one third. So the lower one third of the shaft of the femur, it has again the four borders and the four surfaces. So this is the medial border, this is the lateral border, and the posteriorly, that the linea aspera, it should be diverted into that the two borders. So this is called the medial supracondylar ridge, and this is the lateral supracondylar ridge. So it should be forming that the four surfaces. So between that the medial border and the lateral border, that the surface it is called the anterior surface. So this one. Then that is between that the medial supracondylar ridge and that is the medial border, so it is called, this surface it is called the medial surface. Then that is the lateral supracondylar ridge and the lateral border, between this that the surface is present, it is called the lateral surface. And between the medial and the lateral supracondylar ridge, so this surface it is called the popliteal surface or the posterior surface. Then let's see, that is the lower end of the femur, so this one. So the lower end of the femur, it should be expanded to form, that is the medial condyle and the lateral condyle. The medial condyle it is larger and the lateral condyle it is smaller and it is straight as in the margin of that the femur. So the medial condyle, on the medial side it shows that this small elevation it is called the medial epicondyle, and above to it that is also present the small tubercle, it is called the adductor tubercle. Then that is the lateral condyle. So lateral condyle that should be present on the lateral side of the bone, and on the laterally it shows that this small elevation, so it is called, that is the lateral epicondyle. Then between that the two condyle, that is this line is present, that is called the intercondylar line. And posteriorly between, that is the deep fossa is present between that the two condyle, that is between the medial and the lateral condyle, this one, that is called the intercondylar fossa. Then on the anterior side it shows that the articular surface anteromedially, that is the medial articular surface and this is the lateral articular surface, and this both articular surface that is for the attachment of that the patella, or that is called the patellar articular surface. Then on the posterior inferior side it again shows that is the articular surface. So this articular surface, posterior inferior side, this articular surface it's for the attachment of the condyle of that the tibia, so that is called tibial articular surface. So this is the femur, this one. This is the demonstration of that the patella. So here you can see that is the patella, so it is the largest sesamoid bone. Then that is, it has, this is the apex which is directed downwards, and on the upper side it shows that is the base. Then it has the two surfaces, that is the anterior surface which is rough and shows that is the vertical ridges, and the posterior surface it is the articular surface which have the larger lateral articular surface and the smaller medial articular surface. Then the side determination of that the patella. So whenever the patella it should be kept on the plane surface, so which side it should be directed on, this belongs to the side of the bone. So here you can keep that the patella and it should be directed on this left side. So this patella it is belongs to that the left side, so that the another patella whenever you can keep into the plane surface here, so it should be turned this on the right side. So this patella, it belongs to that the right side. So that is the demonstration of that the patella. So that is the left side patella as it is directed on the left side, and this is the right side patella as it is directed on the right side. So here you can see when we can keep on the plane surface, so this patella, it is directed on the left side there, this one. So it is belongs to left side, and this patella whenever keep on the plane surface, so it directed on the right side. So this one, so this belongs to the right side patella, so this one.